We'll start with EU development block. What is this? 12 close this 12.9. What are we on? Aren't we on 12.9? Huh? So wait, what are they testing? Changes to, like, must be test chips then? Yeah, they're applying changes to test chips if this is current patch. Jesus, my hair. Monday, Jet. Monday haircut. Anyway, now. Close 12.9. Based on testing results, we're applying changes to Francesco Ferruccio, Michelangelo, Picardy, Independence, Yorktown, and Essex. Okay, let's see. Italian cruiser Francesco Ferruccio, tier 7. Main battery gun reload increased 9.5 to 12. Shit, that's a big nerf. Holy shit, that's a big nerf. 2.5 seconds? Holy fuck, that's a huge nerf. Exhaust smoke generator consumable parameters were changed. Action time 40 to 22. Okay, that's a fucking gigantic nerf. So, DPM is butchered and smoke is butchered. Holy shit. Wonder what DPM that thing has now. Did it have like really obnoxiously high DPM before or something? Let me check. Let me see. Actually, Cruiser 7. All. Cruiser all. What was it called? Francesco Ferruccio. Francesco Ferruccio. SEP DPM. Okay, so it had 194k SEP DPM, which is about Shores levels, except SAP, so no fires. Huh? That doesn't seem that crazy. I guess good flight time? It has good flight time on it. So it was pretty consistent, I guess, and the range is good. But how much does that nerf... how much does that nerf butcher it? What's the newest DPM on that thing? Because that's massive. It's going to be less than Zara and Gorizia, right? Yeah, clearly. No, it's going to be much less, I think. 12.5 second reload? Yeah, no, it's going to be worse than these. So what's the point of it then? If it doesn't... And the HEDPM is going to get really bad. HEDPM is going to get extra bad. Because it's already really tragic. And that's going to get even worse. About 145k SEP DPM? That's what I'm thinking. So it's going to be much worse than Gorizia and Zara. Okay, what did it have some special consumables? No, just smoke, not even hydro. Except now the smoke is much worse than the other smokes. Huh? Smoke and spotter. Wait, what? What's... The AA is a joke? Does it have torps? I mean, worse than Zara torps. They got range, but they do 56 knots, so good luck hitting those. Huh? What's the health on it? 28k compared to... Okay, so it's stealthier though. It's much stealthier, 9.6 km. Interesting. So it's probably going to be a complete glass cannon. So it's a light cruiser. It's a light cruiser that has less DPM than the heavy cruisers. And less smoke than the heavy cruisers. Okay, that seems kind of backwards. So it's a cruiser that doesn't have any utility, so no radar, no hydro. It doesn't have any tankiness at all, and now it won't have DPM either. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be doing. Huh? I don't get it. Italian cruiser Michelangelo. Okay, that was the secondary thing. Oh, well, holy shit. Okay, 90mm secondary gun reload time increased, 3.5 to 4.2. That's a big percentual nerf. That's 0.7. That's 20% nerf to reload. 20% nerf from 3.5 to 4.2. Secondary gun reload time 8 to 9.6. Jesus. That's also a 20%. It's a flat 20 actually. 20% and 20%. So it's a flat 20% DPM nerf. Jesus. Hydro also nerfed. Duration from 120 to 100 seconds. Range from 6 to 5. And torp range reduced. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Didn't that thing have a gigantic citadel though? Like I remember we looked at it and that ship was all citadel. So the saving grace on it was the fact that it had a lot of secondary DPM. That's what made it juicy. It had a shit ton of secondary DPM. Not as much range as the likes of Shredder and stuff, but yeah, it had less range than Napoli in fact. Like this was, I remember, the only saving grace. This was the weird ship that has the guns in the middle. It was the weird ship that has the guns in the middle, but less range than Napoli. Even with the new build, your range is going to be like what, 10.5 km or something. So now they took they shaved 20% off the hitting DPM, so about 44k off, 45k off. So you're sitting at 180. That's still more than Napoli. But the difference is, of course, your health pool isn't going to be near. It's going to be 66k, but yeah, the citadel on this thing. This was the one with the guns in the middle and the secondaries on the sides. Main guns damage was really sad. Like really sad. It's maybe not that sad. I guess it hits hard enough with the guns to make up for it. It's not that bad. You gotta remember it's tier 9. Venezia's tier 10. The problem really is that it's one big citadel. That's really the biggest issue on it. It did get smoke, right? Yeah, it did get smoke. Yeah, maybe it's still like... It might still be workable. Really hard-hitting torps as well. Oh yeah, it had really good torps for YOLO. Okay, but Michelangelo, hugely nerfed, but... Well, we haven't played it, so we'll see how it plays. Hugely nerfed, but it's gonna come down to the tankiness. The reason Napoli works as a secondary ship right now is Napoli is so ridiculously tanky, so you can actually get in there as a cruiser and use those secondaries. Compared to Russian devlog, I'll do it later. French battleship Picardy. Whoa, okay. That's a big nerf. That's a big fucking nerf. What? 12% nerf or something? Fire chance also reduced. AP damage reduced. Okay, so everything about the guns is butchered. Wasn't Picardy the one that was already kind of fucking tragic? Wasn't that the 1.5 Sigma? Or was it 1.4 Sigma? It was some dementedly poor accuracy. Wasn't that Picardy? So now it's even worse. It was a tier 8 Leon. Yeah, it was really terrible already. Now it's probably even worse. Okay. American aircraft, carrier independence, stock ships, stock planes, and researchable planes. Buffed in health, but damage reduced. Buffed in health, but damage reduced. Extra fighters. Yorktown. Torp, damage reduced. Bombers, buffed in health, but damage reduced. More fighters. Essex, the tier 10. Is it also going to have some nerfs, or... Maximum torpedo damage increased. Bomber health increased. Oh, but no nerfs to bomb damage. They just gave it more health. And more fighters. And more... Okay. So, as always, everyone else in the line gets a downside except the tier 10, which just gets buffs. Cool. Cool. Okay. Cool. Classic. So wait, they basically nerfed everything. They nerfed the Ferruccio, the Michelangelo, the Picardy, and everything, and then the tier 10 CV got buffs. This is an EU devlog for sure, man. This is an EU devlog for sure. Because you can guarantee that there was no one in the community that fucking asked for these changes. So that's a fucking straightforward one. Based on testing results, we're also making a change to parameters of the improved repair party readiness skill. Amount of potential damage required to receive +1 charge of repair party consumable reduced. 3 to 2 million potential. I mean, okay, BB is getting buffs is kind of, was that really necessary? But I still think this is a good change, because getting 3 million potential damage in a battleship was pretty fucking challenging. Like, it was very hit and miss, and you don't want to pick a captain skill that may or may not be actually useful in that. So this thing is actually now a significant competitor to the other tier 3 skills. And the big issue really is there's a lot of competition for the tier 3 slot for battleships. Most notably AR, and generally you don't want to spend too many points on 3-pointers because the 4-pointer captain skills are so good. So you very rarely actually wanted to spend captain points on this. Because if you take 2 3-point skills, that basically always means you have to give up a 4-point skill. And that's something people don't often take into account when they look at captain builds. Like, if I want to pick up this thing here, improved repair party readiness, that means, how many points do we have? We lose out on 3 points. I could skip out one of these, so I get, no, I could just get 4 points. I could just get 4 points. So you can just get it, but then you can't get anything else. That's a bit. Let's see. Which would you run it on? Probably St. Vincent. You could probably run it. Let's see. On St. Vincent, you want these. So if I take this, 13 skill points, and then of course we probably want this, 17 skill points. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I get one more. You can get 3 4-pointers. You just have to skimp out on everything else. On St. Vincent, the extra heal is super strong though. No fire prevention is like, I wonder if you could just go a Furious, Demented Furious build, like the new Furious skill. Or you can just go the unkillable option, which is this. Like, this St. Vincent build is basically unkillable. And now, getting 2 million potential, especially if you're not killing yourself on purpose, is absolutely doable. And that would give you 4 heals and then a 5th heal. 5 super heals, St. Vincent. But yeah, if you're running Cunningham, where you get a heal. What was it? 2 kills? 2 kills and you get a heal? I wonder how much you'll be able to heal in the end. Still, it seems pretty damn strong. It seems pretty damn strong. Actually, the 10% is strong. Because it ticks per second, right? The heal ticks per second. So how much is it? Yeah, no. 10 second. The 10% is 2 ticks. So it's 4k healing. It's actually not that big. It's 4k extra healing. It's nice, but it's not that huge. And if you're running Cunningham, yeah, whatever. Okay, if you're running Cunningham, clearly this guy was built for St. Vincent. If you're running Cunningham, which will give you this thing, 2 kills gives you a heal. So you can have your 3 heals, you get a kill, you get 4, you get this, you get 5. There's basically no reason to run Emergency Repair Expert. And you could absolutely run this, and the new Furious skill. Obviously you'd run Brisk instead. It ends up being 20k, yeah, in the end, but It ends up being 20k in the end, but that's still not that much. I'm actually, that's a build I will want to try once it hits live. That's a build I will want to try once it hits live. Because 2 million potential you can absolutely get, and 2 kills you can absolutely get. So there's a lot of carry potential in that St. Vincent build. That's Floods. You can't get that one. But Ruthless you can get pretty easily in St. Vincent as well. 10% reload. Yeah, no, that's an interesting build. Because then if you manage to proc this, and you're running Furious, which is going to be 10% reload, plus the 10% reload. Jesus. Like, you're going to have... Well, that's 10% and 10%. And then AR kicks in, probably another 10%. Sheesh. What, 18 second reload St. Vincent? Without giving up basically anything for it? Holy shit, you can do that. That seems pretty obnoxious. Yeah, no, sorry, I went off theory crafting. Sorry, back to that block. Anyway, yeah, no, that seems a broken ship might become even more broken. Clearly a ship that needed a buff the most, yeah, for sure. Still, potentially, especially on super healing ships, this shit seems really strong. Oh, wait, changes for the will be present only on a public test. Okay, fair enough. But wait, as these changes will be live with the start of 12.1, isn't that when they're releasing them? So no one will get to play these ships with the new tests. Okay. That seems like you're kind of screwing over your CCs, but hey, not the first time. If you're always on fire anyway, why take CE? For repositioning and activating Brisk, and for disengaging if need be. Close testing. Okay, well this is the Russian. This is the Russian devlog. That was the EU devlog. This is Russian devlog. Close testing 12.9 changes test ship. We continue to fine-tune the ships based on testing results. The changes will affect Navarin, Michelangelo, Picardi, and Ferruccio. Okay, same ships on Russia. Let's see what they do. Navarin, nerfed turret reverse. Chat, we're gonna have a new battleship in World of Warships that doesn't have a 30-second turret reverse. I didn't know that was legal. I didn't know that was a thing. That's incredible. The reload time for secondary battery located encasements has been increased from 3 to 4. Secondary nerf as well. Michelangelo. Wait, Michelangelo gets main gun nerf, but the secondaries get buffed on Russia. Wait, really? That's completely different than on EU. On EU, they butchered the secondaries, but left the main guns as they were. But and they nerfed the Hydra as well. But on Russia, it looks like they're embracing the secondary meme, and they're giving it even more secondary DPM, but they're just nerfing the main guns. Huh. Interesting. Picardi. Okay, it just got a reload nerf. They didn't nerf the guns the same way they did on EU, where they nerfed everything about them. Interesting. Francisco Ferruccio. Oh, no nerfs to... Well, they nerfed the torps. Oh, no, actually, they did. Wait. Hold on. So, they're at 8-second reload on Francisco on Russia. On EU, Francisco is... 12-second reload. And the smoke is nerfed on EU. Okay, see, Francisco actually seems like a playable ship on Russia. Whereas it seems like a complete joke on EU. This actually looks like a light cruiser that does a lot of damage, but you remember it has 28k health and no healing, so it blows up really easily, but it's like a SAP Atlanta without or SAP Flint maybe is more like it. It's like a SAP Flint on Russia, but on EU it's basically a joke. Interesting. So on EU, this ship was already worse, and they still nerfed it even further. Jesus. Oh no! See, I was singing their praises, and then they do this to me. I-54 torpedo range increased from 10 to 12 cam. Dude, subs having more torpedo range than ASW depth charges have range is a fundamental fucking design flaw that is just broken. It's complete bullshit. It is really retarded. It's like back in the day when you could stealth fire with, like, you could shoot without being detected because your concealment was not as long as your firing concealment. It's the same shit. Sub sits and torps you from fucking 12 kilometers while your ASW has 10 km range. It's awful. You just get tortured out of positions with no counterplay. This shit shouldn't be a thing. That's dreadful. What a letdown, man! What a letdown! They really built it up with the interesting changes before that, and then they let it all down with the submarine changes. Jesus. They have another devlog though that came out today, in fact. Yeah, today. Earlier today, just a few hours ago. We continue to fine-tune the ships based on testing results. The changes will affect the new Japanese aircraft carriers, Zuiho, Hiryu, and Taiho. HE bombs are replaced with AP bombs. The presence of high explosive bombs simultaneously with minefields made it possible to constantly cause fires and flooding on enemy ships. This combination showed excessive effectiveness, so HE bombs were replaced with AP bombs. At the same time, the characteristics of bomber spotters have been updated to compensate for the changes. Bro, okay, to be fair, if it's Hosho AP, at tier 10, what's the pen on that? Did you make a vomit sound when talking about AP bombs? Yes, because AP bombs is so fucking obnoxious. Because it's bad enough when a CV bombs you with HE and you take like 15-20k damage and you get set on fire. It's pretty terrible, but at least you can heal back like half of it. But then when an Hakuryu AP bombs you and he fucking citadels you, and then you can heal back 10% of the damage, which is basically nothing. So he can deal like 40k damage and you can heal 4,000 back. It feels like an extra unlubed fist up your ass whenever he strikes you. AP bombs, like, in general, carriers doing citadel damage is the dumbest mechanic ever, because you can't even heal back the damage while they're regenerating planes. It feels so objectively unfair as a surface player. Yeah, and then you add in torpedoes also doing citadel damage. So you have citadel damage and citadel damage, and it's like, okay, cool. And now with Wargaming's fascination with AP rockets that destroy cruisers, that's also a really good design. So we needed more crossfire on at will. Attack flight, number of aircraft. Okay. Squadron now conducts one attack per mission. No! No! Wait, no, wait. Are they giving them... Is this a translation error? Or are they giving these fucking things Nakimov strikes? Nakimov is the most unbalanced shit in the world because they strike with all planes at once. Because they get all the benefits, the damage reduction of being the attacking flight. They get all the benefits of being the attacking flight with none of the downsides. They're giving the fucking... Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible. Rocket boosters have been added to the bomber, similar in characteristics to those installed on the Nakimo. Okay. Well, any hope we had of Russian devlogs being better, that shit sure went out the window. Holy shit. Huh. It's fucking awful, man. It's fucking awful, man. Oh my god, this is fucking awful. Man, they can't rework the AA that they promised us a year ago, but they sure can buff the shit out of carriers every fucking chance they get. Funny that. Funny that.